Hey everybody, it's Dan with Learn to Smoke. Welcome back, and today we're going to be doing some crack burgers. You may have seen these online. The viral crack burger recipe is here. So what we're going to do is walk you through the process. So the thing of what makes a crack burger, it's an adaptation off of cracked chicken. So that involves cheddar, bacon, and ranch. And we're gonna mix all that here into this burger. We're also gonna throw in some of the toppings in here, but let's follow along with the video and I'll show you the process. For this crack burger recipe, I'm using 80-20 blend of ground beef. I like to use that because it has better flavor to it, in my opinion. What we're gonna do now is put in some ranch seasoning. I got 2 tablespoons of that. I'm gonna put that in the bowl. And next I'm gonna put in my bacon that's already been pre-cooked. It's about a ½ cup. I've diced it up. You can cook it to the level of crispiness that you like. If you like it extra crispy, you can always just put it in crumbles. I've got 1 cup of cheddar cheese, freshly shredded because it melts better, and I also have a 1/4 cup of sour cream. And we'll put that in there and start mixing it all up. And I'm mixing this up by hand using a nitrile glove that's latex free. And I like to do it this way, but you can also use a large wooden spoon or spatula to mix it around. Or if you have a mixer with one of those hook thingies, I know it's a professional term, I can't think of the name of it, but if you have like a KitchenAid that has that, you can always mix it around that way if you prefer. But anyway, make sure that it blends all well together. I try to go top to bottom, I squeeze with my hands, I just try to make it all mix in very well, because you don't want to have one burger that has all the ranch seasoning in it and the other burger with all the bacon. And with all those ingredients mixed well together, we're now going to start making the patties. Since I have a 1.5 pounds of ground beef, I'm making 6 burgers here, and so each ball is going to be about 2 to 3 inches round, and I'm going to smash them down, as you can see here, and smash them into discs like you would a normal burger. One thing I like to do is I like to put a little divot inside the center of the burger, because usually when you cook burgers, they tend to shrink and get thick in the middle as the burger gets smaller. So put the divot in there, it'll help keep it more even. With the griddle preheated, now we're going to put these burger patties on there, and I do this at medium-high heat. Medium-high heat, you're looking at about 350 to 375 degrees. And as I put those burgers on there, you'll see that you get a little bit of sizzle at first. This griddle has been greased. I did it with some avocado oil. I usually prefer avocado oil when I'm cooking on the griddle or even in a cast iron skillet, because it does have a higher smoke point than most oils. And so what that means is that it's not going to burn. So we're going to still have some good flavor infused on there and continue to make some great tasting burgers. Now these burgers have been cooking at about 5 minutes on one side. Now it's time to flip them over. And I flip them all over, as you can see here, and get that nice crust on the outside. So that's from the cheeses that are in there as well. As you can see, it's helping giving it that crust and also giving it some nice edges there with some crisp. So I'm going to flip all 6 of these over. And next what we're going to do is wait for that to cook for about 4 more minutes. You see the tops of these burgers and you just want to pull them off the griddle right away because they look so good. I mean, look at the close-ups of these things. You hear the sizzle dizzle, and you also get to see the crust forming there, but you want to wait 4 minutes. And I say 4 minutes because for that last minute, what we're going to do is put the cheese on top. I like to use Kraft Singles. This is my favorite cheese for melting on burgers. What's your favorite cheese for melting on burgers? Why don't you let me know in the comments. And pro tip, if you want to melt that cheese faster, put a lid over it, or even a metal bowl. When the cheeseburgers are done, or just about done, you want to get your brioche buns and put them face down there on the griddle. And you don't need to butter these up. You can if you want, but it doesn't need to because it's already got some avocado oil and even some grease from the burgers cooking on there. And when you put the brioche buns on there, I check them every 30 seconds or so. Usually done about 30 seconds to a minute. From the looks of it, these burgers are ready to be taken off. So I'm going to grab my griddle spatula and start pulling them off here one by one. As you can see, got the cheese melted on there perfectly. And I'm going to pull them off and let them rest a little bit on the cutting board as I start getting all the toppings ready for these burgers. And when it comes to toppings for a crack burger, my favorite toppings are going to be burger sauce and caramelized onions, as well as some pickles. Now, for the burger sauce and caramelized onions, I do have links in the description below, so you can check out those recipes on my website, which is learningtosmoke.com. Now, as we sit here admiring these close-ups of these crack burgers here, let's talk about sides that we can use with this. French fries, obviously, with burgers, but save some of that burger sauce you use for these, so that way you can have an excellent dipping sauce to go along with it. You can also do chips and vegetables if you're into that sort of thing. And would you look at that? It's a tasty looking burger right there. Now I gotta take a bite. Holy moly. This burger is so good. I love all the ingredients that are in it. I think the ranch, like you can taste that that ranch flavor in it, which is really awesome. Obviously bacon, everything's better with bacon, so you got that going for you. But I also like the burger sauce on here too, and the caramelized onions. For me, that's what makes this burger perfect. But everything else in it is amazing too. You can find this recipe on my website at learningsmoke.com. You can also find recipes for the other things that I did here too. I got links there in the description. So in the meantime, hope your days are filled with good times, good friends, and good barbecue. Take care.